Mamelodi Sundowns coach Manqoba Mngqithi, he is fuming and he felt like they have been betrayed by KAIZER Chiefs. They think that KAIZER Chiefs should have given preference to Mamelodi Sundowns because Mamelodi Sundowns represent the country before the Sundowns badge, while Ahly represent the Egyptian flag instead of South Africa. Though Ahly is being coached by a coach that represents South Africa. What an interesting analogy there, you know what I'm saying? There's a discussion for us there. So if you're interested to search, then please stick around because that's exactly what we're about to talk about next. To those that will stick around, if you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Because to subscribe, it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, it is free. Let's jump back into this video, guys. So guys, I'm about to read a statement which actually it was words that were translated into a statement made by Manqoba Mngqithi. Then we're gonna get into the discussion, you and I. So I'm gonna read this. Hey, this guy, I think what makes it sweeter for me, it is a collaboration. When you're remembering during the bubble, we could use the change room at FNB. You could not use the change rooms. I mean, our countrymen could not use the change room. So I think he meant to say during the bubble they can use the stadium and all the stuff, but not the change room. Because he seems to say the same thing but repeat it in a certain way. Yeah, but this change room was open for Ahly now against us. For me, winning this match was sweeter because I felt Chiefs was being spiteful because we could not easily take an Ahly to the change room that has got a ramp on the other side. That long distance because it's our home match. But it is not our home match when they have got the change room for the home team. So that for me was very spiteful because we almost had the same scenario last season. But we don't talk about these things because we respect and we are patriotic. We have been in the same space of the Champions League for many years now. Why did Casablanca wanted to train in our facility when they were coming to play KAIZER Chiefs last year? But we did not allow them to train in our facility because that could have meant we are forming an alliance with people from outside. So for me, more than beating Ahly, I think it is just a good lesson on patriotism, on respecting the fact that we are competing at this stage. We are no longer competing with a Sundowns badge, but we are competing with the flag of the country. It is very important. It's not. I'm not just saying we must create opponent enemies, but we have little more respect over the fact that we are representing the country. Ahly is representing their country. In the conditions if the conditions are made to be nice by our countrymen, we couldn't have the do last season. For me, that is where this thing is a little bit nice, because when it is a collaboration, you must be proud of it. Right. Here's an interesting thing. Sundowns represent the country South Africa together with their coaches, staff, players. Ahly represent Egypt together with their players, but not all their players represent Egypt. Some of their players represent South Africa, which is Pesita. The head coach at Ahly represent South Africa. There's no discussion about that. You could see every time when Peter Mosimane wins something, he always makes sure that he takes South African flag and he covers himself with a South African flag, and that has to be noted. So the discussion then becomes about, okay, Sundowns, you want us to favor you because you are representing South Africa. Well, what about maybe we favor the men who represent us somewhere else, which is Peter Mosimane? That could be an argument from KAIZER Chiefs to say we are not necessarily supporting Egypt, we are not actually supporting Ahly, but we are supporting Pitso Mosiman in whatever endeavors he get himself in. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he represents South Africa. That could be the argument from KAIZER Chiefs. But then, I don't know about you guys. I don't know. I don't know. But as for me, this one, it's kind of like a nice thing somewhere. It's kind of like a nice thing in this sense that the game that KAIZER Chiefs is yet to play with Mamelodi Sundowns, it has something, in it. It's not just about the game. Whether Sundowns have a 20-point gap by then or 25-point gap by then, but the game between KAIZER Chiefs and Sundowns now, it has been given a meaning. So now there is more reasons now to look forward to that game, because it's a game of more like a vengeance to prove a point against KAIZER Chiefs. While KAIZER Chiefs are there, you know what I'm saying? That's how maybe you could create a derby as well, because if you look at Ahly and Sundowns, they are creating something called a derby. Sooner or later it's going to become a derby. Now, another interesting fact to look at this is this one. Orlando Pirates fans, they want nothing to do with KAIZER Chiefs. They will never support KAIZER Chiefs unless there's something to benefit for them. Notice that one. Now, often Sundown supporters support Orlando Pirates, and Orlando Pirates supporters often support Sundowns. So if Chiefs is playing against Sundowns, here is the interesting fact: Sundown supporters will be supporting Orlando Pirates. If Chiefs is playing against Sundowns, Orlando Pirates supporters will be supporting Sundowns. If Chiefs is playing against any other teams, Orlando Pirates supporters together with Mamelodi Sundowns supporters, they will always support the team that is playing against KAIZER Chiefs, but not KAIZER Chiefs. Interestingly, I spoke to one of a YouTuber here. She made it clear that he will never support KAIZER Chiefs. And then we were talking about this thing of why is it easy for a Sundowns supporter to support Orlando Pirates and Orlando Pirates to support Sundowns, but it's not easy for them to support KAIZER Chiefs. It's like they made it clear that they will never do it. Do you see the point? Now, out of that, if you are a KAIZER Chiefs, you then say, oh, okay, so you guys do not support me at all costs, so you hate me, I know that. But now there's Pitso Mosiman on the other hand. So I might as well support Pitso Mosiman. Though Ahly will benefit from the support that will be given by me to Pitso Mosiman, but I might as well support Pitso Mosiman, who is actually playing against my enemies at home. I don't know, guys. Let's check in the comments section below, because I could hear certain people are saying I'm being spiteful too. I'm siding with KAIZER Chiefs. I could hear people starting to talk, but nevertheless, guys, that's a fact. Nevertheless, guys, that's a fact. I'm just bringing something that you might want to think about it. I don't know, but yeah, it's something to consider. Think about it.